Do you find it persuasive at all to have professional guidance from psychologists or psychiatrists who have treated, or mental health professionals? Do those types of reports have an influence and a bearing on decisions at sentencing as well?
Yes. Depending upon the case, they may have more or less influence, but I find well-done psychological records and reports and medical history and reports very helpful. There are some areas where psychological or psychiatric evaluation is really critical. For example, in the child porn sex offender cases, which every federal judge has seen more and more of, because the statute is so broad and the punishment range is so broad and so incredibly high, one of the key issues for most judges is this somebody who's just viewing it on the internet and on their computer and sharing files, or is this somebody who's likely to go out and do hands-on physical touching and sex abuse of minor children? And the best way, nobody can predict that with certainty, but I find it very helpful to have an excellent psychiatric evaluation, and there are some psychological tests that help psychologists and psychiatrists predict the likelihood of people engaging in hands-on sex abuse with minors, and so that's an area that I find it very helpful. And I've had, some reports done that say there's a medium or moderate high chance of reoffending and physical contact with minors, and then I have reports that say there's very little likelihood. And so depending upon who the psychiatrist or psychologist is and what their credentials are and how much experience they have in the area, I find their information extremely helpful.